So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being with us online as well. So we're talking about relationships today, and all month we're talking about relationships. And today in particular, we're talking about relationships with each other. And isn't it the perfect time to be talking about relationships with each other when we are seemingly our relationship with each other in this country and in the world, our relationships are challenged, strained relationships. We've got political differences. We've got our fears. We've got a lot of things that interrupt our relationships and the fullness of our relationships, our judgments. Our political differences are really popping out these days, and they're not small differences, they're big differences. And I'm not going to speak to those, but I'm going to speak to our relationships with each other beyond those differences. And is there a way to get beyond those differences? So we are not separate. The part of the problem is that we are so connected. We're more connected now than we've ever been. We have the capability. I have the capability right now, within a couple of keystrokes, to know exactly what the President of the United States is thinking. Boom, just like that. I have the ability to bring up my phone and to know what my favorite baseball star is thinking at the moment. We have more access to each other's thoughts, each other's feelings, each other's energy than we have ever had before. We are really, really connected. And then we're also divided, because the more that we find out about other people, the more we find things that we don't like. I never knew you felt that way. I'm gonna look at you differently now. You know, I used to just enjoy baseball. Now I've got to know, okay, well, that pitcher, he made a post the other day about puppies that I didn't really like. So I can't really enjoy this baseball game like I did. These are considerations that we never had to make before. We used to just take each other on face value without having to dig any deeper. But now we do. And so we are connected. And if there's one thing that COVID has taught me, is that, and I call COVID the great timeout. And it is kind of a timeout. It's like you go in the corner and you think about what you've done. And it's given us a chance to go into the corner of our homes, into the corners of our lives, and think about what we've done. Think about the life that we've built. Think about the life that we're building, about the decisions that we're making, about who we have in our lives and who we don't have in our lives. We've been granted a lot of time for self-contemplation. And this has led to, people quitting their jobs, getting new jobs, people leaving relationships, people getting pets that they didn't think that they were going to get, making big, huge life changes based on this blessed timeout that we've had because of this wretched disease that is going around. But God does not curse. God only blesses. That's it. So COVID is not a curse from God. It is a natural result of the nature that we are amongst. And these things happen. So God isn't cursing anyone. God isn't damning anyone. God only blesses. So what is our blessing? What is the thing that we can learn about relationships from this blessing of COVID? Well, the thing that, as I go back to what I learned, we need each other. And we need each other economically. Of course, if I've got a business, I'm not asking you when you walk in to my business, hey, what do you believe? What's your political designation? No, I just want you to come in, buy something, select something to buy, and buy it. And that's all I need out of this relationship. So we need each other in ways that are beyond our politics, that are beyond our reasons that we may want to cancel one another. We need each other mentally. We need to talk to each other. Okay, my wife is she grimaces. My wife is a social being. She needs to talk. She needs to talk. I don't know if you know anything about parrots. Anybody keep parrots or anything? Parrots need interaction with people. Otherwise, they will be driven. They'll drive themselves crazy. They need somebody to talk to. My wife is like that. She needs someone to talk to. And having been drawn into this COVID bubble that we're all in has greatly reduced the amount of inputs that she has, during the day. So we're working together. We both work from home. So, who's the recipient of all of these contacts that she would normally have? Hey, Dave. David, what are you doing in there? Dave. All of this blessed. Dave, did you hear that? Did you hear that on TV? It's like, no, honey, I didn't hear it. I'm in here in the office working. Well, I got to tell you about what happened. Blessed Heather. She's I'm going to get it from her when we get out of here. But that is what we need from each other. We need connection. We have to have it. And we need each other physically. Okay? The first time I hugged somebody after the COVID withdrawal, and I think it was here for a gathering that we had, and I hugged someone, and it almost brought me to tears. I was thinking, man, this is the first time I've hugged anyone outside of my family in a year. And I like to hug. That's a good, acceptable greeting. And it's the first time that I actually touched someone else in a year, because we weren't even shaking hands. So here we are, knowing that we need each other, that we want to be around each other. And we're in a climate to where we don't really like each other. We have to meet a very narrow circumstance in order to get into our lives. You got to really fit through this really narrow channel of beliefs and actions in order to get in here and experience the wonderfulness of David. You have to get in through this little tiny hole. But I'm proposing that we open ourselves up a little bit to accept more people, to love more people, to talk to more people, and to listen to more people. So why do we do this? Because, and I'm going to keep it to this country, to America, we are a family in America. We are a family. We are all related to each other. And if we look at our American family as a family, then you have to go really far before you're kicked out of the family. I mean, I've got some questionable family members. I'll say it right now. And they have to go pretty far. My uncle is still my uncle. My aunt is still my aunt. Even though she's doing something I don't like, they're still there. They're still my family. They still carry my name and blood. I can't get rid of them. So I have to accept them for who they are. We can't leave anyone behind. We can't leave anyone out. We don't have the luxury of saying, okay, well, half the population doesn't feel the way I do, so forget about them. No, we need those people. Those people are our aunts, our uncles, our cousins, our friends, our neighbors. We need them all. So how do we connect to each other in a way that's beyond our differences? There's a few things that we can do. I've got a few things jotted down here. Number one, as we meet new people, and as we meet the people that are already in our lives, behave as though you are an ambassador. When I was growing up, a young Black child, my parents told me that my actions reflected on them. What I did reflects directly on my parents. And what I did reflects on all Black people. Because anything that someone sees me doing, they're going to associate with people that look like me. So I was kind of given this ambassadorship early on. So I make sure that I'm polite, I'm nice, I'm polite, I'm open. I like to talk to people. I like to be jovial, and I like to let my inner light come through. And part of that is being an ambassador of just being Black, of being an ambassador of my parents. I feel like I'm a reflection of my parents, and I'm very proud of that. And I'm an ambassador for Black men. I am an ambassador for people that are balding. We can stress this out. I'm an ambassador for people who are 5'11" that want to be 6 feet tall. I speak for you if you're out there. I am an ambassador for many, many more things. You could even say I'm an ambassador for humanity, because I am representing every human being that's on the planet. I want everyone's interactions with me to reflect the beauty of our entire world. So you don't have to be just Black to be an ambassador. You don't have to be just a man to be an ambassador. You can be an ambassador of who you are and what you are. You are representing the absolute best of yourself. So approach your relationships that way. You are ambassador. I'm Ambassador David. We've got Ambassador Billy here, who is an ambassador for musicians. You know, if I had a hard time with Billy, I'd be like, oh, it's musicians. All musicians are like this. But no, we have beautiful representations, beautiful ambassadors of music. And that's what Billy is. And that's what Marty is. And that's what she's been to this community for going on 3 decades. Put it that way. But yes, know your strength, know your position, know who you are. You are an ambassador. Act that way. Uphold yourself. Hold yourself with respect. Treat everyone with respect. And know that you're always representing more than yourself in every conversation. Another thing is to smile at people. Doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost you anything. No matter where you go, you can always put on a smile and change moods, change attitudes. Someone might need that smile from you. Someone might need their faith in reality to be confirmed or to be reaffirmed. There's someone out there that's feeling alone, someone out there that's feeling like nobody cares about them. And I have felt that way. And when I go someplace and I get a smile from a complete stranger, it has an effect. I think about it. I think, oh, that was a nice smile. It's a nice gesture. Or if someone is kind to me, I recognize that kindness because I am trying to be kind to everyone. So I have an inner alarm for kindness. And I love it, especially when I get it from somebody that's young. Because young people, being prejudiced, they might not care about, older people. But when I get when I get love and respect from a young person, it makes my day. I even turn to Heather and I say, well, that was a nice young man that we just talked to. That was a nice young lady. She had a nice smile and she was just very pleasant. And I will say these things, and it's like I'm saying them as an older person. I never thought I'd say that, but here I am saying it. Another thing that you can do is to make eye contact with people. And that's a big one. And that's a good indicator of someone that's not feeling good about themselves, someone that doesn't want to make eye contact with you and shies away. Feel comfortable about yourself and who you are, the blessed, beautiful, wonderful person that you are. And know that every time you smile, every time you make eye contact with someone, you're sharing your light with them. You're sharing your peace with them. You're sharing your love with them. Just that little bit, it matters and it makes a difference. Here's a good one. In conversation, dig deeper. Dig. Be curious about people. Be curious about their hobbies. Be curious about what they love, who they love, how they love. Because all of these things are going to come flooding out to you. The more open that you are. Have you ever had that happen? You're at a party, you make a fast friend. You ever made a fast friend? Do you ever notice the components that go with that fast friendship? You just start talking. You start talking and then you listen. One person stops talking, the other person's listening. And then this person stops talking, and then the other person listens. And you have an exchange, a fascinating exchange of learning what other people's motivations are. And I love sharing my motivations, and I love hearing about other people's lives. So it's easy for me to do. It's just a natural kind of curiosity. But that will always draw you closer to people and draw you beyond, oh, I voted like this. Oh, I feel like, no, I don't care about any of that. Tell me about you. Tell me about what you love. And that will get anybody out of their hate zone. They'll start talking about fishing. They'll start talking about, going for walks, going for runs, working out, whatever it is. It will get a person out of that judgment zone and into their love zone. And that's where we connect, is in our love zone. The last thing to do, and this is the most important thing to do, is to be yourself. Be your authentic, wonderful, beautiful, blessed, driven, dynamic self. That is who we are. That is what we are. And that is what we share to the world. And if you're out there sharing the wonderfulness of yourself, someone may say to you, God, you're so wonderful. Why are you so wonderful? And you can tell them, you know what? I go to the Center for Spiritual Living Days. I am an ambassador for my center. This is how we all are. This is how I've learned to be. This is how I have found that I can bring the most love into my life by loving as much as I can. And it's reciprocal. As much love as you put out, that's as much love as God will make available to you, times 10. So that is what we are trying to do. Be our authentic selves. Then we don't have to try to do anything. We can just be. We can just be and love who we are as we are. So, contrary to popular belief, the world does not need our anger. All right? The world does not need our anger. It is not useful. That's a big one. Because we're going to leave here today. We're going to get on the road and we're going to get angry. And we're going to feel like it's just and it's right. And it's like, yeah, bring it on. Yeah, I've made a conclusion about you and I'm angry and I'm going to wear it. We don't have to do that. We can make a conclusion about someone. If someone does something that we don't like, instead of getting angry, anger might come up. Calm that anger with a blessing. Bless that person that has angered you. Because what do we want? When someone makes us angry, what do we want? We want them to stop doing whatever it is they're doing. Stop that. Okay, my brother used to irritate me. He used to give me wet willies in the ear. I hate the wet willy. Hate the wet willy. Oh, okay. I don't want to go into that tangent. But he'd do that. Stop. I scream at him, stop. Right? All I want him to do is stop by any means necessary. By any means necessary. Now, do I want him to hurt his fingers so that now he can't use his finger anymore and give me wet willies? No, I just want him to stop. And we can stop just as easily with a blessing as we can with a physical action. If taking this wet willy analogy a little bit further, if he realized one day, you know what, that's really uncomfortable. He really doesn't like it. Last time I did it, it made him cry. And I don't want to make my brother cry. So I'm going to stop doing it. That would be the result of a blessing. Someone stopping their bad behavior because they realized that it wasn't something that they needed to do. That's also a blessing. It doesn't have to come from like an accident or from a bolt of lightning coming down and striking them. It can be from a blessed realization. So our blessings carry weight and power. The next time someone upsets you, bless them. Okay, this is for our home play. And Bobby, I see that look on your face. And this goes for everyone. And start, like I say with T-ball, start small. Start small. Start forgiving and blessing small offenses. But every time you bless, you love. Every time you bless, you're expressing love. You're expressing the desire for love to be with someone else. Peace be with you. I hope you blessedly learn whatever it is you need to learn without anyone getting hurt and with your full enjoyment and pleasure intact. I bless you, bless you, bless you. So that's what I want to leave you with today. That is your homework. Be an ambassador. Be an ambassador for who you are. Be an ambassador for the Center for Spiritual Living Davis. Show people what it means to share love amongst everyone and for yourself. And bless as much as you can. Bless as many people as you can. You turn on the TV, start blessing. You walk out that door, start blessing. Every person that you see, no matter what they're doing, bless them. Wish the best for them. Know that the best is unfolding in their lives right now. And we will all do our part to change this world and make it more peaceful. We're making it more peaceful right now as we're sitting here. So let's take that into prayer. Blessed relationships. Our first relationship that we will ever experience is our relationship to God, our relationship to Spirit. To the one, the all-knowing, the all-loving, the all-powerful, creator of all things. That is our first relationship. That is our deepest relationship. That is a relationship that has no end. A relationship that gives and gives and gives. It gives us peace. It gives us love. It gives us wisdom and joy and power. All the things we need in this world, we get from this original first relationship. Because God just gives and gives and gives and gives. And just as I know this, I know that God is living principle. And that principle is my birthright. My unbreakable connection to God is all I need to face the world. My relationship with God is all I need to have a relationship with the entire world. And I can use God's love as a model. God is not judging me. God is uplifting me. God is not telling me no. God is telling me yes. And as I know this for myself, I know this for everyone in this room. I know this for everyone online. I know this for everyone walking the streets right now. I know this for everyone around the world, that God is good. God is here. And God is alive. So it is with deep gratitude, it is with deep appreciation that I apply principles of God in all my relationships. As God has blessed me, I know I have the ability to bless others. And the impact of God's blessing is so great on me. I know the impact of my blessing can be great in the world. And so I bless. I bless every person that I meet with the blessings that God has given me. And so it's with gratitude that I release these words, knowing that they're true and done. Knowing that God's blessing goes on and on and on, and that my blessing goes on and on and on. To grow and change and morph and give us all kinds of different perspectives and views. I know that I can meet any person and share the light of love with them. And so I release these words into the mind of the universe, knowing that it's true and done, and knowing that the universe is going to reflect back to me more love, more relationships, more opportunities to bless and to be blessed. I know all of this is true, and I release it all without a care in the world, knowing that it's true and done. And let us all release these words with the words. And so it is. Thank you.